Good morning, everybody. We have a very important development this morning, and I want to slow this down because the media is going to treat this like a simple headline, and it's not. This is not a simple headline. There is a ceasefire that's holding, but shots have been fired. The talks are continuing. I got a poll in the chat. I want you to respond or chime in. Do you believe the president wants to go to war? Is that what you believe? Because I think there's like two factions in the United States. I think there's multiple factions in Iran right now. I don't really know who we're negotiating with. And at the same time, I don't know how those two factions split. My only guess is we go back to the same thing that kind of happened with Saddam Hussein. When Hussein was removed, all of these factions just split and suddenly materialized from the Taliban, Hamas, all of these. And we're seeing the same sort of thing now in Iran when we remove the first, 5 Ayatollahs. And we don't really know if the one that's supposedly in charge is actually in charge. All we see is this foreign minister, Agachi, flying around the world. He just got back from China. That's what we're kind of seeing right now. But the reality is we are watching a test of command and control inside Iran. We know that we have a singular leader here in the United States, but this ceasefire with Iran is still technically holding, even after U.S. forces were, taking fire yesterday. Multiple outlets are reporting that President Trump is saying that the ceasefire remains in effect, even after the fighting, erupted in the Gulf and the U.S. Navy destroyers came under fire in that Strait of Hormuz. But the key detail is officials are trying to determine whether the Iranian side making peace arrangements is the same side responsible for the attacks. That matters because if Tehran's negotiators are coordinating with the people shooting at Americans, then this is bad faith diplomacy. But if they're not, then we may be looking at a fractured regime. I think some people call it a coup. I've heard the term color revolution that's been trotted around. But it seems like there's these different little warring tribes. If you go back and watch any of the Godfather movies, when the Godfather died, there was just this rush for power. It's a great show. You got to go back and check it out. But if you replace the Godfather with the Ayatollah, it's very similar. So it seems like within this fractured regime, there are factions inside of Iran that are trying to sabotage the ceasefire. And I think you could also say that here in the United States. There are factions within the United States that are trying to sabotage any negotiations. They want to embarrass the negotiators. For the Iranians, also here in the United States. They want to pressure Trump in Iran and here in the United States. And I believe some people want to keep that whole region hot. I believe people like Lindsey Graham. I believe people like John Bolton. I know he's probably going to go to prison, but we'll talk about that later. But there are certain people that just thrive on conflict. You probably know some of them personally. You probably have friends that thrive on conflict. And either way, this creates a serious problem in the United States. Or for the United States. It also creates a very dangerous problem for the Iranians, for a lot of their people's health, because America cannot base military restraint on confusion forever. And I want to add this, and one of you, I'm not going to say who it was, but one of my members last night in Discord sent me a private message. And if you want to become a member on the channel, you get access to that Discord. And she said, the most dangerous enemy is not always the one who declares war. Sometimes it is the one who hides behind confusion, lets someone else fire the shot, then sends a diplomat out afterward to say, that wasn't us. And I thought that was a brilliant statement. I mean, that really resonated with what we're seeing. And I just want to say thank you for the members in the chat that always members of the Discord and chat and stuff like that. We've got the comments up here so everybody can see that. And I just kind of want to get your opinion on things. But today's live stream, I took off work today, or maybe a half day. I've got a lot of stuff going on. But we're going to talk about what's happening in Iran. We're going to talk about the upcoming trip that the president has planned to go to China. I believe China wants this whole fiasco resolved before he goes to China. And then we're also going to talk about Trump is dealing with 2 Irans. We're going to talk about UFOs, and I never thought I would say that out loud. And we're going to talk about the UFOs. Apparently, there's a huge release of files that just came out this morning. And then we're going to talk about the new pandemic or plandemic on the cruise ships. I think it's called the Hanta or the Hunta, the Hanta. I don't know what it's called, right? I'm just going to call it Fauci version 2.0 is what I believe that. So chime in the chat where you're watching from. Chime in the chat if you're a veteran, branch of service. I always like to see where everybody's located, and we'll get rocking and rolling. And I just want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for chiming in this morning. Thank you for watching.
The U.S. struck the sites at Bandar Abbas and Keshem port, also the Kargan naval checkpoint, whereas the vessels Iran was targeting are listed here on the map. You've got the USS Truxton, the USS Mason, and the USS Rafael Peralta. And this is part of the problem that officials here at the White House are dealing with. They're trying to figure out if the people they are negotiating with from Iran are the same people shooting at them, because there are multiple different factions causing problems for White House officials during this process. If they can determine that the people they are making peace arrangements with are the same people who are shooting at them, then the ceasefire is off. But for now, it seems like the understanding is there are just a lot of people in Iran who have different agendas, anti-American agendas, and one of those groups are the ones shooting at the U.S.
Do you believe he's right? I kind of think he's right here. We don't know who's pulling the strings. We don't know who's making the decisions. We don't actually know who is in charge of anything in Iran. The one thing we clearly have in the United States, and thank you, James, for the super chat. I really appreciate that, is we have a clear chain of command. And I don't believe there is a clear chain of command in Iran. And I hate to make the similarities so clear, but it's very similar to like one political party here in the United States. Nobody knows who is in charge of the Democrat Party right now. The correlation between the Iranian regime and the Democrat Party is actually kind of freaking scary, that they have no leadership. Or if they do, I don't know who it is, and I'd love to get your opinion on who you think that is. John, thank you for the gift membership. Mike, thank you for doing that. Really appreciate it. Memphis, good morning, Ben, and everybody in chat. I'm sick of Iran. They just don't know when to quit and give up. I know they never gave up or never lost a negotiation, but hey, first time for everything. Memphis and also James.
Amen.
Boom shakalaka.
Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
I perfectly time my boom shakalakas for whenever I need to get a drink of coffee. So if you haven't caught on to that, now you do. Now you have caught on to my to the methods behind my madness, right? But I think Peter Ducey, Fox News, I'm not a all in on Fox. I trust them about as far as I can throw them. But I think on this, he's spot on, that there's not a lot of evidence to show who is really in charge. Now, there's another article that came out yesterday that kind of disturbed me. I'd say it got under my skin. And this is an article from the Washington Compost. So you can take that what you will. But it says U.S. intelligence says Iran can outlast Trump's Hormuz blockade for months. Somebody made a Cash App donation here. Let's grab that. But I don't know if how many of you have seen this, but basically what they're running with, Jeremy, $10. Thank you so much, Jeremy. I appreciate that. How dare you? But what they're trying to do here is sow more seeds of doubt. And it goes on down here. And I love this part. I love this part whenever they get into this. A confidential CIA analysis delivered administrative policymakers this week concludes that Iran can survive from U.S. naval blockade for at least 3 to 4 months. So the Washington Compost is running with this. They never give the source. And when you never give the source, there's no way to track it down. There is no way to actually confirm who. Here we go right here. Asked for comment, a senior U.S. intelligence official emphasized the blockade's impact. So they quote the person, or who this, they could have gotten this from ChatGPT, who knows? They make a quote, but they don't give who it is. Now they sprinkle in right here. The official who was not authorized to speak on the record. Right? Are you starting to catch on to the game yet? This is how the news media works. This is the game. This is an image from downtown Iran. They show in the background on this billboard, they have the Iranian strength squeezing the Strait of Hormuz like they are actually in charge. Now, they're going to cause some ripples, I will say that, but I don't believe they're in charge of the Strait of Hormuz. I believe that their culture is very honor driven, so they're not going to go away. I want to be very careful how I say this. I'm trying to tone down the language and things like that. They're not gonna go away happy. Let's just say that they're not gonna go away happy. Now, when we get into the intelligence reports, I've got to bring this guy back into the realm because he is, sadly, this guy is relevant. And he's only relevant because certain people have made him relevant. But we get Joe Kent, very, very famous individual nowadays. Joe Kent, all 18 of America's intelligence agencies agreed that Iran had no capacity to develop nuclear weapons. I want to know in the chat, just your opinion here. Do you think Iran has had, maybe still has, do you think they have the capabilities to build nuclear weapons? I don't understand why they would enrich uranium to 60% unless they were trying to do that. But let me know what you think here, okay? But this guy's kind of disgraced, in my opinion. He says to get all 18 of those agencies to agree on something is rigorous or very challenging. But once again, this goes to this closeted information or closeted source. And I kind of wish this guy would go back in the closet, but there's no way to confirm his statement. There is no way to disprove his statement, but because of who he is, it sticks. And that's kind of the way this thing works, right? Let me see if I can pull up this clip of him. Oh, yeah. Oh, and look whose show he was on. Look whose show he was on. The Megyn Kelly show, right? I mean, so this is so amazing.
So getting the 18 intelligence agencies to agree on anything, it's very challenging.
It's very challenging.
A very laborious and it's sometimes a very intense process of coordination and having people argue their cases. When you have the 18 intelligence agencies saying without a doubt that Iran is not working towards a nuclear weapon, and the Defense Intelligence Agency doing battle damage assessment, which is what the DIA really specializes in, is having these military-based assessments, that's what I'm going to go with. Being influenced.
I have lost all faith in either of these individuals. I never had any faith in either, but now it just looks more like a clown show. I mean, Meghan, she made the flip so quickly on Trump, it wasn't even funny, or so quickly on America. I'm tired of I'm tired of the point that everything is Trump's fault, because I feel like what they're doing now isn't going after the president. I think it's going after America. I think it's going after you and me and our way of life. And I think Trump is just the bullseye on the bigger dartboard. That's kind of what I think. I mean, they're going to hit some sevens, some tens, some 888s, some 2020s, but the bullseye, the real target, is the president. But as long as they hit anywhere on the dartboard, they damage America, and that's kind of what I'm seeing right now. They don't care who they go after as long as the larger narrative damages the United States. And I'd love to get your opinion on that. Let me check this poll that we got going on over here. What do you think Trump wants? 91% thinks that Trump wants a peace deal. 9% of you think Trump wants war with Iran. Okay, let me ask this question. If you truly believe that the president wants war with Iran, is there any way that you can explain why he would negotiate all of these other peace deals? If his ultimate goal is war with Iran, why would he try to broker peace so many ways? And why would he allow Iran, whatever regime is doing it, why would he give them the latitude that he has if he wanted war? Asphalt Man, been waiting to catch you live. Shipping, service dogs, guitars, whatever the need. Love you, brother. Love you, fam. Asphalt Man, let me give you a large
Amen. Hallelujah.
boom shakalaka.
And boom shakalaka.
Large boom shakalaka there for the Asphalt Man. I really appreciate that. For those that are new to the channel, I use a lot of the money from super chats and memberships, a large amount, to buy dog food for some service disabled veterans that have service dogs here in my area. I'm sending Bibles across the country to to members on the channel. I'm also buying, used guitars whenever I can pick them up and sending them to some disabled veterans, because I feel like it's a bit therapeutic. And there's your PSA, public service announcement for the day. So thank you very much, Asphalt Man. But I don't understand how anyone, 10% of you think that the president wants actual war while at the same time negotiating peace deals. I mean, who does that? Who literally can talk me into believing that? Let's see. We got some breaking news here. Let's go here. This is breaking news right now. I'm gonna guess religion of peace. Several armed assailants have barricaded themselves inside a bank, taken hostages in the German town of Sinzig. Good old-fashioned bank robbery. Well, you don't hear those very often. A large police operation is underway. The hostage takers are reportedly holed up in the bank's vault. Well, that's going to be a great place to escape from, isn't it? This is breaking news out of Germany, the same country that hates America. We will move quickly along from that one because, I can't really care that much about Germany, or at least their prime minister. I'm sure they're good people, but their prime minister is a bit of a loser. So, okay, good. We've got man, I can't believe I'm talking about this. My head is about to rock. Joe Kent is nothing but a disgrace. I'm so sick of these grifters. If you ask me, Joe Kent is a traitor, and no, Trump doesn't want war, but he still has to do what he needs to do as the leader of the free world. James, I'm going to give it to you. Let's go,
Amen.
James, right here with a boom shakalaka.
Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
If you want to help me perfectly time my coffee slurps, drop a super chat and we'll give you a boom shakalaka. There you go. James, I think you're right. I can't disagree with James here, and I don't think anybody else. I mean, you can disagree with James, but I think James is 1,000% this morning. James is on a roll. He's like butter. James, God bless you. Yeah, that's okay. So I can't believe I'm going here. I really can't, but let's do it. Here's where my flat earthers come into play. Department of War releases unidentified, I can't even say this word because I'm from Alabama, anomalous, is that the right way to say that? Did I pronounce that correctly? Anomalous phenomena. Who sang the song Phenomena? Phenomena. I think, what was that from? Was that from like the Fraggle Rock? Phenomena. I think it was. So they're releasing the Fraggle Rock here. Anomalous phenomena files in historic transparency report. Today, the Department of War announced the initial release of new, never before seen files on UAPs as part of the presidential unsealing reporting system for UAP encounters. The release follows the direction of the President of the United States to begin the process of identifying, declassifying government files related to UAP. The American people can now assess the federal government. This guy has released more information than anybody. He has been the transparency president, and I've got to do this. Oh, it was the Muppets phenomena. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. Let's do this. Do you believe in UFOs? I can't believe I'm putting this poll in the chat. I can't believe it. I don't know what I personally believe. I've never seen a UFO. I've never seen a ghost. My grandmother swore by ghost. I've never seen a UFO. I've got a couple of friends that after a couple of rums, they will talk about encounters that they've had with UFOs. But hey, I can't like disregard this, I guess. I don't know, man. I just don't know. And the Department of War website is now releasing all these photos, infrared still image. Here's more. Here we go. I don't know what that is. Indo-Pacific release this. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I don't know what to think. This is an image from the moon, Apollo 17 mission, the yellow box. Let's go here. Let's see if I can make this a little larger. See if I can make that larger. Okay. The yellow box contains an enlarged area of the original photo in which 3 lights are visible above the lunar terrain. For this image to be true, you have to believe that we went to the moon. Here we go. This is more. I don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. Can't tell. I don't know, guys. I don't know. There's a lot of evidence out there, and I just don't know if it's going to be difficult for me to get around to this, but hey, oh, there's an alien warship right there. I want to get your thoughts on this UFO thing, right? Let's see here. I think we might have to, I don't know. Should we play nice today? Should I play nice or should I get rid of the trolls? Are the trolls welcome today? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Get rid of the trolls, 2, allow them to float around the bowl, so to speak. I want to go back here and let's grab this. And I don't know where we're going with this, to be honest with you. We got old Peter here.
Good morning. So a White House official left this hard drive on my desk overnight. You can see on it, it says AARO files copy 203. That is the all domain resolution office copy 203. This is the first big batch of UFO disclosure ordered by President Trump. Some of the clips and videos on there have popped up different places before. Some of them have not. And we have been going through this all morning and overnight to try to put together some of the best videos so we can all look at this together. This is a world exclusive right here. So let's go to the first clip over the skies of the United Arab Emirates in June 2024. An inverted teardrop with a vertically linear trailing mass, as described by the War Department, suspended below. The War Department cannot say for sure what this is. It is officially listed as an unresolved UAP report. The next video, over the skies of Iraq, December 2022, moving bottom left to top right of the field of view. All CENTCOM gets from this is an area of contrast. That's what they describe it as. It is officially still listed as an unresolved UAP report. Next video, over the skies of Greece, October 2023, what is described as a small and circular UAP flying near the surface of the ocean towards land. CENTCOM can't tell us what it is. It is officially listed as an unresolved UAP report.
I mean, I don't know here. Masama Maketi, thank you very much for the donation. I really appreciate that. God bless you.
How dare you?
Thank you. Yes, but by our own government. Okay, so we're thinking that the UFOs are ours. Okay. Thank you for the $2 super chat.
How
Really
dare
appreciate
you?
that. That's a Thomas Jefferson super chat, is what that is. The old Thomas Jefferson chat. $2 bill. The Thomas Jefferson. Memphis, did you get your $2 bill that I sent you? Love to know. But the UFO thing, man, I just don't understand. Maybe my intellect is not that high. I don't know. Let's get back to some. I mean, it could be reality, but I'm gonna need some real evidence. And so, I saw somebody in the chat said that the UFOs are fallen angels. I don't know about that either. Love to get your opinion. That is the military unbelievable. I think whenever you send 3 destroyers through there with 0 casualties, I think we are probably amazing. I think I think the United States military is working overtime. Okay, I want to do this. Let's do this just for fun and games. I put a new poll in the chat. VB, you are spiritually blind, babe. Truly no insult meant. Marianne Klein, that is an insult to call me spiritually blind. Marianne, I really hate to do this. I really hate to do that, but that is a real insult. I'm going to time out, Marianne. You don't know me, Marianne. You don't go to church with me. You don't sit next to me in church. You don't know the boots that I've worn through my life. You don't know the trials and the failures and the accomplishments that I've had. You don't know the losses that I've suffered. Marianne, I'm going to just say that I think that was a dumb comment, Marianne. I think it was a very, very stupid comment. And Marianne, I think you're going to be put in timeout for a little bit. How about that? Marianne, and that is an insult at the ultimate level. To call me spiritually blind for the, never mind. We'll move on. I'll just ignore. You don't know me. You don't feed me, fund me, or you know what else. So kick rocks, Marion. I really don't care about your opinion anymore. I don't know if I ever cared about it in the first place, but there we go. But that is a weird comment for anyone to make. Okay, there we go. We'll move along. We've got more footage coming out of Iran. This is apparently some missile footage. Let's go. If you listen in the background, you can hear the American fighter jets. Do you hear the fighter jets in the background? I mean, that is, let's see here, first footage of massive explosion after a U.S. strike on Bandar Abbas in Iran. The U.S. hit regime assets following IRGC attacks on American warships that escalated the Strait of Hormuz crisis. I love reading the comments. Here we go. The final battle, free Iran. I think that is the actual, I forget his name. It starts with a P, Peshwari or something like that. There we go. Here we go. Biker Q tried telling us aliens are real. Nobody wanted to believe it. J Sweets, are they real? Are aliens real? I don't know. Confirm it. Or could it just have been like stealth aircraft, you know, testing out and stuff along those lines? It could be. I think it very well could be just some other thing. Joe, I'm giving it to you. Joe might have comment of the day. Comment of the day by Joe.
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shagalaka.
Boom shagalaka. That is the sound of freedom. When you hear fighter jets and you're in a country that is on day 72 of no internet, you could be right, Joe. Here's what I want to talk about real quick. I'm going to give you a rundown. So over the past week, today's Friday. Monday was May the 4th. Yeah, May the 4th be with you, right? Star Wars. So May the 4th, then we had Cinco de Mayo, which was also Taco Tuesday, which is, you know, just this week. The United States returns an Iranian tanker that they seized. President Trump announces Project Freedom. U.S. destroyers come under attack, transiting the Strait of Hormuz to help 2 U.S. flag cargo ship. The U.S. forces destroy 6 out of 7 Iranian gunboats. Also, I have good intelligence that those 2 U.S. tankers that were out, there very well could have been some of the recovered uranium on there. That is some information that I received. And that was the importance of those 2 tankers. We can talk about that in a little bit. U.S. forces destroy 6 out of 7 Iranian gunboats. Iran attacks the UAE. Iran attacks the UAE again. Chinese, South Korean, UAE ships attacked in Strait of Hormuz. U.S. outlines new route for commercial ships. Pentagon and White House briefs details of Project Freedom. Operation Epic Fury is concluded. Trump pauses Project Freedom. Iran announces its plan to control the Strait of Hormuz and gives email addresses for the ships to send their PayPal payments. White House believes that they're close to the framework. We get a little bit of insider trading to the tune of about $7 billion with oil shorts. French-owned ship is attacked. U.S. Navy FA-18 disables the Iranian tanker by shooting the rudder. U.S. destroyers go through the strait yesterday. I mean, we have had all the action that Iran can probably find out. Memphis, yes, I did get it, brother. I made sure I had told you. Oh, thank you, Memphis. I appreciate that. Tell you what I'm going to do. Best super chat of the day. I'm going to send another crisp Thomas Jefferson $2 bill. This has never been near a dancer's behind butthole. Never been near a dancer's butthole. Right now, Joe is in the lead for the best comment of the day, for the Sound of Freedom comment. Thank you, James. Appreciate you. Tom and Bella, member for 10 months. We've had a baby together. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Jay Sweets, Biker Q. Oh, Q tried telling us. Okay, gotcha. Thank you so much. I know we haven't done this for a while. I don't even know if I can do this anymore. I don't even know if I have the hang of it. I don't even know if I can pull this one off. But I want to, let's wait. Up. How do we got to change that. Let's go. There we go. We got it. We got it. Up at the top of the screen, that is the phone number for you to call in and let me know. Somebody sent me a message. Roy Clark can play anything with a string. I agree. And pro-peace, anti-terrorist. I agree with that. Completely agree with that. The lines are open. 615-475-7864. Give me a call. Let me know what you're thinking. We got the gold mic out right here. We got first call of the day. Let's go right here. This is an Arkansas number. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ben.
Good morning.
Hey, down here, I have moved now from Northwest Arkansas, where you are, down to Navarre, Florida, 4 years ago.
God bless
But
you.
let me tell you, right here next door to Pensacola with the Blue Angels and the Navy bases and the air bases, buddy, we Sound of Freedom every day, and we love it and celebrate it.
Good. You know, I grew up in that redneck Riviera about 50 miles east of where you're at, a little town called Vernon, also Wausau. In August, I just want to recommend, in August of this year, you need to go to Wausau, Florida for the one and the only Possum Festival. I grew up there. That is the one and only Possum Festival in the entire world. It's been going around since about it's been going around since the Depression, because at that time, everything else was dead and there was nothing else to eat. So they actually have a Possum Festival in Wausau, Florida. If you've never been, you got to go. And I highly encourage you to sign up. They have a greased pole climbing contest. They have a greased pig catching contest. They have the greatest parade you'll ever see. They have a hog calling contest, and you're from Arkansas, so you better sign up. I'd love for you to take it home. Wausau, Florida, Possum Festival. Go.
Yep. I'm familiar with your former hometown over there. I remember that documentary show, movie, whatever they did about Vernon years ago. That was really good, funny and good.
My grandfather was in that movie. It was by a guy named Errol Morris, very decorated filmmaker. He went there to make a film about all these veterans that had came back from the Second World War that were injured. And instead, he actually started meeting the people and talking to everyone. And yeah, that's where I grew up at. I've got my Vernon hat around here somewhere. But yeah, that's where I grew up, right in there. And go to, there's an oyster bar in Vernon. It's called Bubba's. Of course, it's called Bubba's. Go to Bubba's. Tell them Ben Dykes sent you. They know me very, very well. God bless you. Thank you for calling. And I'll just give you a big woo pig, Suey. I'm probably going to the Razorback baseball game this weekend. Take care. God bless you. Call back anytime, brother. And feel free to shoot me a text on this number. I'll send you some Wright's barbecue. How about that?
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Take care, buddy. There we go. Hometown to hometown. He left here and he went there. Lines are open. Jay Sweets. I will never say those words out loud, but thank you, James. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Feel free. Give me a call. Love to talk to you. Love to get your opinion on what you think. Same Bubba works at the Waffle House. That Bubba works everywhere. Let's see here. Have you seen 36% of you said you've seen a UFO? 25% have seen a ghost. 7% have seen a Bigfoot. 31% have seen something else weird. There we go. Okay, let's go. Looks like an Oklahoma number here. Line 2. What do you got, line 2?
Morning, Ben. This is Derek over in Oklahoma here.
I know I know the area code. What you got?
Hey, well, let's see. What do you want to talk about? See, I'm an expert on my opinion too,
Okay.
and it reflects yours pretty well. But what do you want to talk about? Give me something.
Well, I'm the one that made the video, so what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. Well, you take care. Have a great afternoon. Whew. All right. There we go. This isn't counseling, right? Sorry. Nice work, I guess. I don't know what that means. All the above except Bigfoot. Wish I spent enough time outdoors. No Bigfoot encounter. Line 3. Don't be as dumb as the previous caller. What do you got?
Yes, Ben, could you please, about UFOs, look up on YouTube exo-atmospheric kill vehicles. There's lots of, we've had this stuff since the 80s. You'll be amazed. Play it for the people on here. You wouldn't believe what we've got. Exo-atmospheric kill vehicles.
Exo-atmospheric. I'm writing
kill vehicles.
All right. Kill vehicles. I will check that out. Thank you for calling. God bless you. Exo-atmospheric kill vehicles. I will check that out after the show or maybe during the show. We will see. Sean. Thank you, Sean.
How dare you?
Boom shakalaka. Lines up. Let's see here. There we go. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, so feel free, give me a call, 615-475-7864. Love to talk to you. Questions, comments, concerns, feel free. Man, all of the UFO stuff is going to dominate everything, isn't it? The UFO stuff is pretty interesting. Let's see here. Megan and Tucker were making fun of Ben Shapiro's YouTube views yesterday, and now theirs are dropping. Yeah, they're losing about 10,000 subscribers a day, which is interesting. Let's go right here. Line 5. What do you got?
Ben, this is Danny in Alabama, buddy. How are you?
Roll damn Tide.
Roll Tide, buddy.
What you got?
Hey, I just got this thought, and I got to share it with the crowd.
Share it with the group. This is like AA.
You're in the Navy over there. You're in the Navy over there.
Yep.
They put you in a bass boat, and they say, "Hey, take this machine gun and head towards that Army-class destroyer." Are you going to make a sharp turn and go somewhere else?
What kind of work? What kind of work do you do? What kind of work do you do? Sales. Have you ever been on the highway and a bug hits your windshield and you're like, "Damn, that sucks."
Exactly.
You know the last thing that went through that bug's mind? It's asshole. It's asshole. That's the last thing that went through its mind. And I think that's kind of the way that this, you know what it reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of the scene from Dumb and Dumber where they take a wrong turn, or Lloyd does, in the middle of the night, and he drives to Nebraska, right? And the other Harry wakes up and he's like, "This John Denver was full of shit because there's no mountains." And then they realize that they're in Kansas or something, Nebraska, whatever. And then they break up and they split. And then he comes back with the moped and he said, "What happened to the van?" He's like, "I sold it and I bought this hog." Right. And then they're like, he's like, "Just when I thought you couldn't get any dumber, you go and completely redeem yourself." And they try to high five. I think that's what this is. I think that is what we're seeing when somebody gets in a John boat and tries to take out an Arleigh Burke class destroyer. I mean, you know what I mean?
I'm not a Navy person. Isn't the Arleigh class like one of the biggest weapons we have? Isn't it like totally stock armed? And
it is a traveling ammo dump, and it's just ready to use it on everyone. I mean, you're in Alabama, so you know what a P-row is. If I got in a P-row and tried to go take out a cruise liner over there in Shreveport, I'm probably going to get laughed at. You know what I mean? I'm probably going to get laughed at. Well, I appreciate you calling, man. God bless you. You take care.
Good talking to you, buddy. Roll Tide.
See you, buddy. God bless you. Roll Tide. Dang, Ben, that hurt. I was asking if you want to know my opinion on the war, the UFOs, maybe Roy. Just want a topic for time constraints. I mean, sorry, don't be contrite or trivial. I don't even know why I'm text messaging you back. There you go. You know what? If you call in and then you ask me, well, what do you want to talk about? Read the title of the show. Check out the thumbnail. That's what we're talking about. Whatever. Ben Dykes, The Freedom Show. Thank you very much, Ben. Sorry, James. God bless you. Appreciate it. Lines are open. Man, the phone calls are lit up. Here we go. Line 3. Nope, you're dumb. You are absolutely stupid. If you see the number at the top and you don't read those words, you're as dumb as a bowl of hair. Line 2, go.
Yes, sir. I love your show, everything, but I got a quick question. Isn't anything in the sky that you don't identify a UFO?
Well, if there's a bird real high and you don't know what kind it is it a bird or is it a UFO?
That's kind of my question. I'd call it a UFO because can't identify it.
So you run around calling birds that you can't identify UFOs?
No, sir. The question was really a joke. Anything anything in the air that you can't identify. If it was a bird, I could identify it.
Do you believe in UFOs?
Honestly?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. What about Bigfoot?
Well, I got 2 people that swear up and down they seen him.
How many beers
Oh,
did they have before they saw him?
Well, both of them are female. Both of them are young, and they wasn't drinking. But
okay.
And they both 2 different people from 2 different areas in the same. They seen it supposedly in the same spot. Area, not same exact spot.
Okay, so you think crap, hold up. So you think Bigfoot's real, but not UFOs. Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, I didn't have that on my bingo card. What about ghosts? Do you believe in ghosts?
Never really seen one.
Okay.
So I believe in the spirits. There's got to be something out there.
Okay.
What about you?
You know, I have never seen a ghost. My grandmother swore by it. She was a God-fearing woman for about 82 years of her life. I would hate to say that my grandmother was a liar, and I would never say that. So I've got to, default to her for her opinion. And I just don't know. But we'll get there.
Well, you got to do that, just like your wife. That's your best friend. You got to back her up no matter what. But you give me more time than most people. Thank you, and think what you do and everything else, brother.
God bless
you. Have a wonderful day.
Take care. God bless you. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Feel free. Love to talk to you. Even if I don't agree with you, you're welcome to call in. That's the good part of this show. I think he said the girls were from different areas. There, I think he did too. Vault Tech, ghosts or demons. I can't confirm that. Your granny's correct. Okay, there we go. She was a legend. MWP, what do you got, brother?
How you doing, Mr. Dykes? I wanted to, I've seen some things in the skies. I went to Vegas one time and I saw something in the sky. I can't understand it. I don't know. My father always told me that the UFO theory was just a way to distract Christians from God.
Okay.
So I kind of grew up believing that. But then when I started seeing like these videos that aren't AI, and then when I saw what I saw in Vegas, I don't know, sir. What's your opinion on that religiously? And I'm going to listen to your answer. I got to get back to work, but thank you for your time, sir.
I appreciate you, MWP. God bless you. Long time subscriber, listener, viewer. I think sometimes they trot out this UFO story as a distraction. A perfectly timed distraction. And I'm going to put that as a poll question. Is the UFO story a distraction? Is a distraction from maybe what's happening here in the United States? Is it a, here we go. Margaret, Ben, read my post. Margaret, you don't tell me what to do. There we go. But I just read that one. So we did that. Margaret, I read your post. God bless you. So I think a lot of times they trot out the UFO story perfectly timed. It's a great distraction on a Friday going into the weekend after a night of airstrikes. That's what I think. Lines are open. Love to get your opinion. And let's do this. Let's do this one in the chat. Is the UFO story a distraction? Is the UFO story a distraction? Here we go. Somebody said that's exactly what it is. I don't know, but it is very possible. You know what? I'm gonna have to delete that. Okay. Send me some of that barbecue. Love your show. JD Jordan, Blaine, Kentucky. Getting lucky in Kentucky. God bless you, Laney. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Feel free, give me a call. Love to talk to you, even if we agree. I'd love to debate someone. Let's have a debate. Line 2, go. Agree. I'd love to debate someone. Let's have a. You're dumb. There we go. I love getting rid of the dumb people. The dumb people just can't figure out the whole, like, turn off the audio on your phone thing, can they? They really can't. Line 4, go. Phone thing, can they? Yep, you're retarded. You are that dumb. I think the person calling in from that number, this 346 area code, I think I got a clip of them. Here we go.
You know, Lloyd, just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself! Still want to go to Aspen? Oh, yeah! Okay, let's go, buddy!
There we go. Whoever's trying to call in and can't figure out the audio on your whatever you're watching on, that clip was dedicated to you. Line 5. What do you got? The heavy breathing does not turn me on, Live 5.
Hello.
Good morning. What would you like to say? Okay. When you learn how to use a phone. Line 3, go.
Hey, Ben. How you doing?
Amazing. What do you got?
I just wanted to say this has been a great week for MAGA, and everybody needs to keep that in mind going into the weekend. We had the redistricting, the Supreme Court case, and, I just think everyone needs to remember that when they see the comments of all the hate.
We got rid of the race-based, I'm going to hang up. We got rid of the race-based districting. Tennessee Line 6, go.
Hey, Mr. Dykes, how are you?
Great. What would you like to say?
Oh, I don't know. Could you give me the phone number to call so I can talk to you?
There we go. Moron. Absolute moron. I don't.
How dare you?
How dare you be that stupid? How dare you be that stupid? I'm going to have to tell whoever the 918 is, Roy, stop texting me during the show. I'll block your number. I just can't deal with it, man. Go right ahead. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Go, line 5. You're retarded too. Man, we got all the retards in. Did they give my phone number out to there we go, line 6. Okay. This'll fix it. I've got a way to fix this. Go.
Good morning, Ben. How are you, buddy?
Amazing. What are you doing?
Good. I just wanted to call in and tell everybody happy Friday. Love the show.
What part of the country are you in?
I'm actually in Sinclair, Wyoming right now.
Wyoming? Oh, boy.
Good old Wyoming. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, I just had a question. Being that I work at a refinery up here at Sinclair, why is it that America always pays for everything across the world? If we don't get no oil out of Hormuz, why does Americans always have to pay the difference?
You mean like the cost of gas prices going up here?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see where you're going. Yeah. Here's what I think is happening. It's just like we were grocery shopping the other night. Do you know how much the cost of avocados are right now?
I would assume probably just like everything else, extremely high.
It has. It has went up. And I believe part of the reason is just supply and demand. The world's supply there's a greater demand for the world's supply. Right now, we're selling oil to China. And there is apparently 107 tankers locked up in the Strait of Hormuz with enough oil to supply God knows what. And you know better than anybody about oil and the demand. I can't explain some of that type of stuff. I'm not a market expert, but when we start selling oil to other countries, it's going to increase the price. But at the same time, I believe we're going to see a big swing. And whenever all this stuff kicked off, I bought a bunch of stock in oil. I bought it at about $74, and it's up to about 140 right now. So there's an opportunity there for everyone. Same reason you're working in Wyoming. God bless you. Thank you for calling. Thank you for watching.
Thank you,
Take care, brother. Bless you. Airborne, what do you got?
Hey, brother. Quick question. Did your number get posted on the bathroom wall of some mental hospital? Because you've been getting the calls today.
I think we're over the target. That's my thoughts. We're over the target. You know,
it would be humorous if it wasn't so sad.
You know, I think here's what it tells me. It's sad, but whenever people call in and they can't do just the basics, I assume that their IQ is lower than room temperature. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I constantly have to remind myself that 75% of the population in this country is their IQ lower than their shoe size.
It is true. It is very true. Well, thank you for calling, Airborne. I appreciate you. Thank you for your service as well, brother. Big salute.
All right, brother. You as well. Bye.
God bless you. I got one for you here. I got one for you. Let's go here. Somebody sent me this last night in the Discord. I had to share it. I had to share this because this is a banger of a clip. This is a banger of a clip.
This is Senator Barack Obama's stately home in a pricey Chicago neighborhood. Inside the iron fence that surrounds his home is a vacant lot that lies at the heart of the controversy over Obama's relationship with his friend and campaign contributor, Tony Rezko. When Obama bought the home in 2005, the seller insisted that the house and the lot be sold at the same time. But Obama says he couldn't afford the lot. Here's the realtor for the seller talking about the Obamas.
They were not interested in the lot at any point. It wasn't even on the table for them.
That's where his longtime friend Rezko comes into the picture. In June 2005, Rezko's wife bought the lot for $625,000, full price. And on the same day, Obama bought his home for $1,650,000, $300,000 below asking price. At the time, it had been widely reported that Rezko was under scrutiny in various investigations for possible political corruption. Rezko was later indicted for bribery and fraud. Critics say that in paying full price for the lot, Rezko may have essentially subsidized Obama's purchase, which Obama strongly disputes. The realtor who represented the seller says Obama could not have bought the house unless someone bought the lot at the same time.
It was a requirement of the listing that they close on the same day.
Obama strongly denies any wrongdoing, but now calls the deal a boneheaded mistake.
This was a above-the-board, market-based transaction. Everybody who's looked at it has acknowledged as such, but there's no doubt that it was a mistake on my part.
This is...
Oh, sorry, no sound. I turned my audio down. Dadgummit, we can't read lips. Sorry, there we go. There we go. Sorry. My apologies. Join the channel as a member, and you can also, I'm going to blame Fred on that. That was Fred's fault. He is a sound engineer from hell. But what do you think? Doom Goblins. I don't know what that means either. Volume is way down. We got it back up now. Line 2, go.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Say, I've never seen Bigfoot, but I can try to condense a little quickie story here a little bit.
Bigfoot story.
1967, I was in Boy Scouts, and my scoutmaster let me and a friend of mine sleep in the back of his truck. Everybody else was all piled up in these little tents. But anyway, to the left and to the right, about 11:45 at night, these little dots of lights that look different than the stars. We could see the stars clear night. They slowed down and touched right over us. Then after about 4 minutes later, they separated from each other and then just took off like, you can't see a fan blade, on a fan. It's just they traveled so fast you couldn't see them. So that's the only thing I saw.
Okay. Well, listen, I think I want to say thanks for sharing the story. I really appreciate that. I've never seen anything, but I would like to see some kind of alien stuff. I mean, why not?
Well, we could see the military doing something, in 1967, that was at the height of Vietnam,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hear you. Well, thank you for calling. Appreciate the story. God bless you. Great caller. I think it's kind of brave for somebody to share something like that. Let's go here. Line 2, go.
Hey, Ben, that's about the UFOs. My brother-in-law died a few years, rest in peace, but he made my sister swear to silence about a thing they saw going up their Ozark Mountain Road at night, about 4 miles across the river. They had to get home. And she finally told me a little bit about it, and I don't feel comfortable talking about it either. But he was a skeptic. He did not believe in these things. They had to stop their vehicle, their truck, four-wheel drive truck, going up the mountain at a clearing, and were in awe and dumbstruck for several minutes, she said. And she did finally tell me about some things they saw. My brother-in-law was afraid that government agents would show up because he did not believe it was a UFO. He thought it was some government program, but it was absolutely indescribable. So just wanted to pass that on. That's coming from a skeptic. And,
I think that is exactly the way I am. I think if I saw something, I would probably be more apprehensive to let anyone know because I am so skeptical. I can absolutely agree with that.
I understand that, sure. Yeah, I've seen things in the Ozark night sky myself that was not describable. I didn't know what it was going on and have had witnesses with me, but it wasn't something so detailed that I would, be afraid of saying, well, I saw these lights going in a huge pattern at night, and my buddy saw them with me, and we were both kind of frozen in place as well. But that could have been a flock of geese with the moonlight shining on them.
Yeah.
In my opinion. What they saw was detailed is like, man, but yeah, I wouldn't want to share it either.
What scares me the most is whenever I can't logically explain it away. That would be what scares me the most,
Right.
And I don't know. I'm trying to think back. I way back. I grew up like Huckleberry Finn, like a kid living in the swamps, right? And me and a friend of mine, whenever I was a kid, he's in prison right now, federal prison, but whatever. Me and a friend of mine were, out. We were actually coon hunting. I did a lot of coon hunting as a kid. And we were out, and a real bad storm came up while we were coon hunting. And coon hunting in stormy weather is the best because coons will gather in the same tree. And we came up on a tree with like 6 or 7 coons in it, and we got them and shot them, And but as that storm came up, it started raining like hell, thundering and lightning. We got turned around, and we spent the night in the swamp by ourselves. Stormy weather. It's probably the most paranoid and scared. I was probably 10 years old, and we heard things. I don't know if it's because we were 10 years old and lost in the woods, heard things, but we heard things. And that's the only thing I can relate to going back is that's that incident. But even then, if it was me now and I experienced something, I'd be skeptical to tell anybody. I'd think my buddies would be like, man, we're gonna forget about you. You're crazy.
Right. Absolutely. And I've had some of those experiences too, where I just didn't want to tell anybody what I saw or heard. But yeah, I know you don't have time for me to ramble on, but I could tell you a good ghost story about the the first naval hospital ever built that I worked in for 5 years.
Go for it. Why not? Go for it.
Oh yeah. One night I worked in the psychiatric ward for 5 years.
Oh God. You sounded like a psych ward. There we go.
In the first naval hospital ever built in 1836, still has cannons from the Civil War in the front facade of the building. But one night I was just making notes, looked up at the clock because I had to time my notes sitting at a desk. We had the red lights at night, just like on ships there. We could see our way around without keeping everybody awake. And I looked up and saw the translucent image of a female form convulsing, hovering in the air by the payphone and the clock. And I was kind of dumbstruck. It's like, okay, is this just because I'm tired? What's going on here? Told my buddy about it. And of course, at morning report, with all the doctors and nurses came in to do their turnover of the shift, he had to tell them. I'm thinking, no, they're going to lock me up here. I'm not going to have the keys anymore if you tell this story about what I saw. And so turns out nobody thought I was crazy because that exact same thing had been seen over almost 100 years.
Wow.
Turned out a female nurse had lost her boyfriend to tuberculosis around the turn of the century, 1900 or so, and she hung herself right there in that area. And so that was my story about a ghost. I don't know what it was, energy, a demon, who knows? But I know what I saw, and it was corroborated by many people in the past. That's
Well,
my
thank
ghost
you for
story.
calling. I appreciate you.
Yeah, Ben, thank you.
God
Bye-bye.
bless you. Take care. Have a good Friday. I think that was an Arkansas caller too, 501 area code. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Yeah, there we go. I almost forgot the phone number. I'll wait for the Pentagon briefing. Okay, there we go. But I don't know, man. We've got, whoa, hold up. This'll crush. Ed, Poplar Bluff. What do you got, Ed?
Hey, man, I'm going to make this quick. I never did believe in aliens or spaceships, but as you know, I was a police officer, and I come in for my shift one night, and I'm going to make this real quick. And I was going to bed, and my girls, they were small, so I could see through the bedroom door. And as I was laying in the bed, I seen a man in black pants and a black checkered shirt standing, and he looked over at me. Now, this sounds crazy, but this is true, I swear, man. I jumped up, I ran to tackle him, I went right through him and hit the bathroom door.
Damn.
That freaked me out. Yes, that freaked me out.
That would freak me out too, Ed. God bless.
And I'm not wanting to make up stories, Ben, but, you know, yeah. Hey, you have a good day, buddy.
Ed, you take care. God bless you, brother. This is going to probably upset all of the Trump haters. TDS sufferers. Grab your lube, I guess. I think you're going to be upset by this one. This just came out just minutes ago.
Wow, brand new job numbers giving a big victory to President Trump again. Madeline Rivera live in Washington to break down the numbers. Maddie, a lot higher than they thought.
Yeah, this is a big jump, Brian, from what economists had predicted. They had anticipated a gain of about 60,000 jobs. The Labor Department now reporting the job market grew by 115,000 in April. The unemployment rate was unchanged at 4.3%. There were gains in healthcare, transportation, and retail trade. Overall, this is a sign of the labor market's resiliency despite high gas prices because of the war in Iran. The report gives the Federal Reserve some key insight ahead of their meeting next month. The Fed kept rates unchanged again last week, but that meeting showed there's a growing split among the members over how the Fed can keep talking about possible cuts, while the oil shock keeps the risk of inflation high. Some other key updates in this report: March's job numbers were revised up by 7,000 to 185,000. February's report was revised down by 23,000 to a negative 156,000. Regardless, though, Brian, I imagine the White House will be touting today's numbers. I expect they'll have a more detailed statement. Anticipated a gain.
Let me see here. 115,000 jobs added. They expected 62,000. Doomers, black pillars, whatever you want to call those people, are about to be upset. They're about to be upset because of that. They can't handle any level of success that happens in America. You know it as good as I do. Lines are open. Yeah, I just saw the metric. Jobs, jobs, jobs. Love it. Great. The winning continues. Trump's approval ratings are holding steady as well. Foil hat. I think it's a foil. Oh, a foil hat with the letter Q. Gotcha. Let's go right here. This is an Arkansas caller. What do you got? Hey, this is my trucker. What do you got going on? What do you think? You're a trucker, aren't you? I think. Are you a oh, hold up. Dadgummit, I had the audio turned off. My truck driver from South Arkansas, from Greenwood. Are you an independent truck driver, or do you work?
No, I'm a company driver now. I sold my truck back the second year Biden was in. I couldn't afford them gas prices, but I'm doing over six digits, as a company driver.
Good for you. I mean, these job numbers are looking good. Nobody, the people that hate America, I don't even want to say president, the people that hate America are going to melt down because of the job numbers. And I think right now, if you want a job and you don't have one, it's because you didn't look or you're not looking.
You're not wanting one. I mean, you can go to any truck driving school and you got a job before you quit one.
That's right. That's right. God bless you. I appreciate you. Somebody else knew where Greenwood was. They said just south of Fort Smith, great small town. Probably the best high school football team in the state of Arkansas, too. Consistently
Yes,
one of
they
the
are.
best one. You take care. I appreciate you calling. Be safe on the road. And let me know the next time you're coming through Fayetteville. Shoot me a message. We'll grab a hamburger or something.
Actually, I'm up here in Rogers, Arkansas right now, waiting on to see a doctor.
Well, good luck. I hope everything's okay, and I'll talk to you next time.
And
God
I'll
bless you.
reach out next time.
Yes, ma'am. There we go. Line 2, go.
Yeah, this is Will from the border. I've got my coffee going. I'm watching your show, and I'm enjoying every minute of it.
God bless you.
2 quick things, if I can.
Yes, sir.
I was in Colorado when I was young, and we were camping up in the high campgrounds of the lower Rio Grande Valley. I got up one morning out of a pup tent, was going to go about 15 yards maybe to go to the bathroom, and something was walking across the valley, and it was black as could be. And I swear it had to have been Bigfoot, because a bear don't walk on its hind legs all the way across the valley.
Was it big?
And yes, it was huge. And the second thing is,
what color was it?
I was in black, brown, heavy black, brown.
Where was Michelle Obama?
She was in the bathroom hiding from the Bigfoot.
Well, listen, man, I
got
appreciate
one more
that.
quick one for
Go for it. Go for it. What you
Can I
got?
give you one more?
Yeah, go for it.
The night we put my grandpa, who was a World War veteran, in the VA hospital. He passed away. Well, I woke up one night and I saw a figure standing in the doorway. And I asked if that was my dad. And my dad came out of the left room and he disappeared. I think it was my grandpa coming to say goodbye.
Well, God bless you. And,
And that's
if
pretty
it
much
was, if it was, I think that probably helped you with the passing and probably comforted you.
It did in a lot of ways, yes, because he was a good man. He'd been through a lot, you know. He like I said,
Absolutely.
in World War I, veteran,
Yep.
sniper, map layer, you know, he went through a lot. But anyway, he was also a geologist. But anyway, we'll talk at you later. I got my
God
coffee. I
bless
got to
you.
go warm it up a little bit.
Yes, sir. Great call. Ben, in a submarine, have you been in earthquake waters? What was it maybe like? I wasn't in earthquake waters, but we did go over or near. We went near a volcano, underwater volcano that was erupting. We did go near an underwater volcano that was erupting, which was pretty interesting. Let's see here. What do we got? Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Caller, God bless you. Yeah, you know, that's comforting. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Feel free. Questions, comments, concerns, whatever you want to talk about this morning. It's dealer's choice. Nobody's perfect. Yeah, I don't even try. I don't even try to associate with perfection. I am going a bit later this morning to get my old truck. I got some carburetor work done to it. Actually, a new carburetor put on it today. Got a new carburetor put on it. And, the old one, I want to call it the float valve. And I'm sure we've got some carburetor experts in the chat. The float valve on my carburetor was not working to the standard that I wanted it. So I had to get a new one. Let's go right here. I want to play this clip. This is coming in this morning. Let's go right here. Right there. Let's go right here.
Fox News alert, the Trump administration releasing the first batch of files related to UFOs and alien life.
So is the truth really out there?
Senior White House correspondent Peter Doocy joins us live with the details. What have you learned, Peter?
Good morning. So a White House official.
Okay, so he's going back to that. I want to get a little further down here. Here we go. This is what I wanted to get into right here.
Report. The next video. Over the skies of Iraq, December 2022, moving bottom left to top right of the field of view. All CENTCOM gets from this is an area of contrast. That's what they describe it as. It is officially still listed as an unresolved UAP report. Next video, over the skies of Greece, October 2023. What is described as a small and circular UAP flying near the surface of the ocean towards land. CENTCOM can't tell us what it is. It is officially listed as an unresolved UAP report. Within the last 2 minutes, all of these videos have gone live on war.gov/UFO, and a White House official tells Fox First, while past administrations sought to discredit or dissuade the American people, President Trump is focused on providing maximum transparency to the public, who can ultimately make up their own minds about the information contained in these files. And there's also a fresh look at some historical records. There's this from Apollo 17 included in this big document dump. One of the astronauts says, we've got a few very bright particles or fragments or something that go drifting by as we maneuver. The control center says, Roger, understood. Another astronaut says, there's a whole bunch of big ones on my window down there, just bright. It looks like the 4th of July out of Ron's window. Another astronaut says, yes, now you can see some of them in shape. They're very jagged, angular fragments that are tumbling. This exchange has long been dismissed as floating insulation. But now the White House is saying, while this photo has been previously released and discussed by keen observers, there is no consensus about the nature of the anomaly. And this all started, of course, because we asked the president about it in February.
Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know,
So aliens are real.
well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. Well, he made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it.
What do you think about that? That is a heck of a way by the president to not only throw Obama under the bus. Ilhan Omar's an alien. I don't doubt that one bit. But then also maybe drip a little bit of a leak out there. I do like that. I ultimate troll. Lines are open 615-475-7864. Give me a call. Let me know what you think. Are the aliens real? I wish I could play some X-Files music, right? Some X-Files. Oh gosh, the memes have started. The memes have started. I'll show you one of the greatest memes ever. Bobby, Tennessee, what do you got?
Hey, you know, Obama did that for a reason.
Of course
just
he
to
did.
keep this alien crap alive.
Okay.
I know for a fact aliens they're real. They're in every damn blue state and city across the country. They're real. We know how to get rid of them, but boy, the Democrats are protecting the hell out of them. So no, I mean, I think over the years what we've been seeing is technology come forward, and they have all these secret things going on with drones and all that stuff. I mean, all of a sudden we got drones. I mean, you know, 40 years ago, if they were working on that technology, wouldn't you think, hey, there's a UFO?
That is a very good point. That is a very good point. They were working on drones in the 70s. 30 years later, they've got it perfected. Magically, we've got drones. Stealth stuff, right?
The heat tiles on the aircraft that we used to send up and we're still using now, that was developed in 1960. They're still using the same old technology, but they keep improving on it. And the drone thing is real.
Yeah.
Right? I say there's your unidentified flying objects. And now we got the underwater stuff. You know, America, you can't beat what we have underwater. But we're not the only ones working on that stuff.
Right. It would be arrogant for us to believe we were the only ones.
Yeah.
You know?
We'd be stupid to think we were the only ones.
I agree. Well, thank you for calling, Bobby. I really appreciate you, man. You take care.
All right.
Salute.
You too. God bless you.
I see a comment here. Nothing like the old Friday dump distraction. Yep. King sent me a comment. We're going to try this. We're going to go patent number US 2006 014 501 9A1. I want to see what this patent number. He said Google this patent number. Whoa. So the king says Google this patent. US 2006 0145 019A1. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's see what this reveals. Okay, I'm Googling it. I am Googling this patent number, and look what comes up here. This King, you might have just what did you just do to us? Okay, let's see here. So this is what this patent number comes up with. A lot of documentation, a lot of this, a lot of that. This is a YouTube video about this technology. I'm going to go back here. Google patents. Let's go right here. Electromagnetic fields or a flux without mass expulsion. Okay, I don't know what any of that means. Let's go here. Patent application. U.S. patent application 2006. Publication titled Triangular Spacecraft by John St. Clair details an innovative spacecraft design featuring a triangular hull. The spacecraft utilizes a unique propulsion and lift system based on electrostatic and electromagnetic principles. At each corner of the equilateral triangle, there are vertical electrostatic line charges. Okay. I want to know if he was ever able to build an operating platform like this. I want to know if he was ever able to build this. I see the patent. I see the information. John St. Clair from San Juan, Puerto Rico. He could have been a little bit had too many presidentes down there, but hey, who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? I had to get rid of somebody the other night in the Discord server. Just an absolute bigot of a human being. Just a radical, ridiculous bigot. And I had to flush them. And I think I owe a flush publicly. We owe the public a flush because I had to get rid of the bigot. I can't deal with bigots. You got to stop blocking people. It's not nice. Actually, Corn Pop, I don't. Corn Pop, I don't have to stop blocking anyone. Line 2, go.
Hi, Ben.
Good morning.
My name is Lisa. I'm calling from Ohio, Yorksville, Ohio. And I just wanted to tell you, I had a stroke. And when I woke up, they told me I had alien hand syndrome and Alice in Wonderland syndrome, 2 rare occurrences from my stroke. And that was the scariest thing ever. And it is absolutely frightening.
What is alien hand syndrome? What is that?
It's a neurological condition. I had what they call, what kind of stroke I had, man?
Down the center.
Yeah, it went right down the center of my brain. Most strokes happen on the right or the left. Mine went right down the center. And it's just so scary. And also want to say to everybody, please go get your A1C checked. I was worried about gasoline for the week. And I ended up having a stroke. So it ain't worth all that. So everybody go get checked out.
Well, God bless you, and I
A1C.
hope you get to feeling better. I hope you
Well,
have a
thank you.
speedy recovery. God bless her. Line 2, go.
Good morning, Ben. How are you today?
Good morning. What would you like to say?
I'm a truck driver, driving
Thank
12 years, and I really want to give your audience a little safety tip.
Okay.
Last Thursday morning, around 6:50 in the morning, a truck driver blocked 2 lanes of highway in Dublin, Texas, where you could not see him. My niece, at 75 miles an hour, hit him, spun around, and went under his trailer and died instantly. So this is what and it turns out he's an illegal, tried to walk away, no CDL, no driver's license, no nothing. He is in jail, has a deportation, and no bond. But this is what I want to tell your audience is when you're around a truck, all day long we get cut off. You don't know if that truck driver is American, if he's illegal. Try to stay away from him. Don't jump in front of him because you don't know if that truck is going to stop.
Wow. I am very sorry to hear that. My condolences, and a lot of the people in the chat are sharing their condolences with you as well. And
Thank you.
I knew. I'm gonna say when you started talking, I knew that there would be an illegal trucker involved in this story. I just felt it. And I never knew how many illegals were on the highway with CDLs or fake CDLs until this administration started waking up people about it. I really
Right.
didn't, you know, and I'm sure because I'm not a trucker, and I'm almost embarrassed because I'm not a trucker that I don't know what you all go through. But I really want to say thank you for being a truck driver. My condolences go out to your family and to the family of your niece. And wow.
And she was a mother of 4 from 8 to 13. And it's really devastated our family, you know, and my brother and I both drive trucks, so it's really hit home closer because we are. And we know the laws. You don't stop in a highway, no matter what. You know, that's just, there's a lot of things. He didn't have flashers on. He didn't have nothing on. He got out of his truck to open a gate and block the highway.
What an idiot.
Right. Yep. So thank you. I just wanted to share that with your audience and just tell everybody to be safe.
God bless you. I appreciate you. My condolences. Godspeed.
Thank you.
Wow, what a story. What a story. You know, I've kind of had enough. There we go. I've had enough of that guy. There we go. Goodbye. Let's go ahead and flush that. Goodbye. Don't need you. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Feel free to give you a call. If you become a member on the channel, you get access to a Discord server, private chat. Let's grab this one. Line 2, go.
Hey, how you doing?
Great.
Hey, I love your show, man. Hey, I'm a bubblehead too.
What boat were you on?
I was on the La Jolla out of San Diego.
La Jolla. What do you got to talk about? Did you sleep in 30 man? Where were you racking at?
I was racking in. Well, I racked in the torpedo room at first, but
we've all slept
it.
outside. We've all slept on those old silver aluminum trays, those bunk pans.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. I liked it down there. I used to go down there. I was a machinist mate, so it was just right across the street.
You were A-gang.
Torpedo room. That was my coffee. Yeah, that was my coffee drinking spot.
You know, on my first boat, the Ohio, the torpedo room. That is where we kept all of our magazines. That's where we kept the ship's library is basically what we called it down there. How long were you in the Navy for?
Oh, just 4 years, man.
And you were an
I wish I had stayed. Yeah, no, I liked it, man. I really liked it, but I had a family and stuff, and shit got complicated.
Yeah. Are you still living in California or no?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. I take care of my mom now out here.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Arkansas.
Yeah. You know, Arkansas is horrible. Don't move here. Don't move here. It's horrible. Horrible.
Right.
It's the worst place.
I lived out there for about 12 years. I lived in Hot Springs. I lived in Bismarck for about 12 years.
Well, I appreciate you calling. Thank you for your service. When were you on the La Jolla?
89 to 92.
89 to 92.
Something like that. 91, 92, yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
Well, thank you for your service. Hey, hold up. Let me think. Hold up. You'll appreciate this. Let me hide this comment. Let me hide this comment here. You'll appreciate. I'm not. There we go. I got my bubblehead shirt on there. There we go.
Nice.
There we go. Brother, you take care. It's nice to hear from another squid. And for those that don't know what a squid is, submarine qualified until I die. Thank you for calling,
That's
brother.
Right.
God bless you.
Have a good day, man.
Hey,
you too.
You take care. And if you were A-gang, I need you to go pump sands. I need you to go pump sands.
Right.
Take care, brother. God bless you. You ain't heard that in a while either. God bless you. Nice talking with another bubblehead in here. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Feel free to call. Oh, I've got something for any flat earthers. I can prove the flat earthers are wrong today. I have absolute documented proof that that flat earthers are wrong. Does anybody want to see the flat earther evidence that the world is round? Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Give me a call. Feel free. Let's see here. Iranian Army commandos seize oil tanker over export disruption. Wow. Okay. Iranian forces seize the offending tanker Okay. Let's see what this one is. Iran's Navy published footage showing the seizing of the violating tanker Ocean Koi last night. Uh-oh. This isn't good. This is not good. Let's go here. I want to play that. I want to play this clip of this tanker that is getting seized by Iranians.
با حول و قوه الهی و با یاد خدا و همچنین اسم فاطمه زهرا این کار رو شروع میکنیم.
There's no audio on this part. They didn't have a microphone for their GoPro. Look at these little slimy bastards. Wow, look at this. These little scumbags. And they raised an Iranian flag on it? Here's the problem. It was a Japanese tanker. Wow. These little scumbags. Lines are open 615-475-7864. I'm going to grab my proof that the world is round. Let's go. Proof world is round. Here we go. This one, the Blue Node certificate for traveling to the North Pole. Blue Nodes, right? Blue Node certificate. And then also shellback. You can't cross the equator if the Earth is flat. You can't go to the North Pole if the Earth is flat. Wow. Okay. Lines are open. Let's see here. What is that? My stepson's stationed in Misawa, Japan. I'm going to get some miso soup. Lines are open. Love to get your take on that little clip of them raiding the ship. Huh. Yeah, they trust the line if it's a Japanese tank. You know what the Japanese are capable of. I got to show this meme. I've got to. This is a meme that needs no. This is the meme right now. Marco Rubio finding out that the UFO files have been released. It's classic. Classic. Flat Earthers. Is the shuttle program real? Oh, God. I love picking on flat earthers. I really do. I think they may be one of the lowest forms of, I'm talking like Neanderthal level thinkers there. But anyway, I think let's grab some comments here. I love reading the comments. Standing strong with you for 19 dang months. What's up, Texas Mouse? What's up, Texas Mouse? Oh, for any of the for the bubbleheads that are in the chat, let's see here. For any of the bubbleheads in the chat, you'll love this. Guys, gals, girls, this is the Ben Dykes Show. Thank you for tuning in. Let's check this out.
Chief of the watch on the 1MC, pass the word. Dive, dive, sound 2 blasts of dive alarm, pass the word, dive, dive.
Dive, dive. Dive, dive.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Same old song again.
Same old song again.
Marching down the avenue.
Marching down the avenue.
We don't know when we'll be through.
We don't know when we'll be through.
A long, long time ago.
Long, long time ago.
Heard it on the radio.
Heard it on the radio.
Sounds so good to me.
Sounds so good to me.
U.S. Navy submarine.
U.S. Navy submarine.
Recruiter just inside here.
Recruiter just inside here.
Turns out I gave them 5 years.
Turns out I gave them 5 years.
Had to get out of boot camp.
Had to get out of boot camp.
They won't let light the smoking lamp.
They won't light the smoking lamp.
Now I'm a submariner.
Now I'm a submariner.
Rolling in the deep, sir.
Rolling in the deep, sir.
Top secret mission, hush, hush.
Secret mission, hush, hush.
No one's gonna find us.
No one's gonna find us.
6 months below the ocean.
6 months below the ocean.
Can't remember the sun.
Can't remember the sun.
Can't write my wife no letters.
Can't write my wife no letters.
And Tony's gonna get her.
Tony's gonna get her.
But I won't trade this life away.
I won't trade this life away.
Makes it worth the Navy pay.
Makes it worth the Navy pay.
I can't be a bobblehead.
I can't be a bobblehead.
Might as well just be dead.
Might as well just be dead.
A long, long time ago.
Long, long time ago.
Heard it on the radio.
Heard it on the radio.
Sounds so good to me.
Sounds so good to me.
U.S. Navy submarine.
U.S. Navy submarine.
Left, right, left, right. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Hey, sailor.
Hey, sailor.
Where have you been?
Where have you been?
I've been to Coral Sea.
I've been to Coral Sea.
Fighting for liberty.
Fighting for liberty.
Fighting for freedom.
Fighting for freedom.
Hey, sailor.
Hey, sailor.
Where have you been?
Where have you been?
I've been to Korea.
I've been to Korea.
Fighting for liberty.
Fighting for liberty.
Fighting for freedom.
Fighting for freedom.
Hey, sailor.
Hey, sailor.
Where have you been?
Where have you been?
I've been to Vietnam.
I've been to Vietnam.
Fighting for liberty.
Fighting for liberty.
Fighting for freedom.
Fighting for freedom.
Hey, sailor.
Hey, sailor.
Where have you been?
Where have you been?
I've been to Desert Storm.
I've been to Desert Storm.
Fighting for liberty.
Fighting for liberty.
Fighting for freedom.
Fighting for freedom.
Hey, sailor.
Hey, sailor.
Where have you been?
Where have you been?
I've been to Afghanistan.
I've been to Afghanistan.
Fighting for liberty.
Fighting for liberty.
Fighting for freedom.
Fighting for freedom.
Hey, sailor.
Hey, sailor.
Where have you been?
Where have you been?
I've been to Iraq and back.
I've been to Iraq and back.
Fighting for liberty.
Fighting for liberty.
Fighting for freedom.
Fighting for freedom.
Hey, sailor.
Hey, sailor.
Where will you be?
Where will you be?
I'll be where I have to be.
I'll be where I have to be.
Fighting for liberty.
Fighting for liberty.
Fighting for freedom.
Fighting for freedom.
Left, right, left, right. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left.
Okay, guys, gals, girls, this is Ben Dykes Show. Smash a like and subscribe on your way out the door. See you in the next one. Ben Dykes Show is out.
We could do boom shakalaka. We love the boom shakalaka, you know. Nobody booms and shakalakas as much as I do. I do it better than anybody. I invented it, believe it or not. A lot of people don't realize it.
Rock on, salute, God bless you. Bubbleheads forever.